Look, Ripple at its core is a blockchain infrastructure company serving enterprises. We started with payments and financial institutions. We've moved into custody, a lot of overlap with those same financial institutions. But we're going to expand with that same thematic of infrastructure, enterprise-based. It's served us well.
The non-U.S. market has been really, really strong for us. And
you're going to be the infrastructure around all of that.
That is our goal. And we think that opportunity is huge. We think that's going to be great for Ripple. We think it's going to be great for XRP, which is a digital asset we use.
So I've seen several cycles. I mean, what's exciting right now is the amount of infrastructure that's been built. There's a lot of questions on scalability, not dissimilar to the internet in 1995, 1996, when it was really slow to download anything, send an email, and what we've seen great strides in is these layer 2 solutions. How do you verify transactions better or more efficiently with zero knowledge proofs, and so that whole scaling has been built over the last few years since 2020, and that's going to enable new applications to be built and enterprises to better utilize blockchain infrastructure, applications to be built, and enterprises to better utilize blockchain infrastructures.
Infrastructure, enterprise-based, it's served us well.
So I think we're just getting to the point where we're going to see more mass adoption over the next 5 years.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts in today's video breakdown. Again, we're going to dive into how massive this digital transformation is really becoming, how embedded Ripple and XRP are into this digital transformation, showing you guys some updated documents in today's video breakdown. If you all enjoy these deep dives, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. No hope, I'm just showing you guys research and that the devil is in the details. So this is a document from the Abu Dhabi Global Market Academy Research Center from 2024. It is updated and it is labeled Digital Transformation of Banking and Financial Institutions in the UAE. Now, we already know via previous panel discussions that Ripple is massive in the UAE.
We'll talk about maybe the cross-border, right? The interoperability side. I like what you said, it's already digital, right? So it's already interoperable in some ways. Now, what are these BRIC countries going to do with their new currency? I tend to say good luck. Let's see how the thesis plays out. But if you're going to try to get, like the UAE has a very large exchange, the UAE exchange. They even use the Ripple technology, right? And so that's been, like the UAE has a very large exchange. The UAE exchange. They even use the Ripple technology, right? And so that's been, what, 4 years now?
So that led me to even focus on Ripple and XRP while reading throughout this document today. I want to take your attention before we jump in. Now, in today's video breakdown, I'm going to be reading some highlights from this document and playing some video clips, hoping to wake my audience up to show you all the information that the mainstream is never going to bring to light, that again, this digital transformation is irreversible. It cannot be undone, and it will only accelerate moving forward as we head into the future. And we see this market, i.e. the digital asset landscape, mature.
So we've seen this ecosystem, the blockchain ecosystem, evolve over the past decade and a bit. The narratives have come and gone. We started up with the Bitcoin narrative. We moved through the ICO narrative, moved to NFTs, and now we're seeing all the hype has been and left the system, and we're actually now seeing real value, real fundamentals becoming the dominant narrative as it's moving in.
So right down here on page 19 on this document, again, knowing that Ripple is massive in the UAE, some interviewees, and we'll get into who the interviewees are on this document, they were large financial institutions, that the UAE already has a thriving blockchain ecosystem with the government and private sector investing in projects that utilize this technology. The Dubai International Finance Center, or the DIFC, that's going to play an important role, has recently established a blockchain consortium that includes 14 leading banks and financial institutions in the region. Pay attention. This is going to, again, play an important role in a second. This consortium aims to explore and develop blockchain-based solutions for financial services, showcasing the UAE's commitment to innovation in this sector. Now, referring back to the DIFC, do you all remember last year, November 2023, Dubai Financial Services Authority approves Ripple XRP under virtual assets regime. There is something so massive being built behind the scenes, and because of mainstream YouTubers and influencers telling you all that XRP is going to be $1,000 tomorrow, it has saturated your taste for XRP and the future potential that it holds. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to tap in. Look at this. Ripple, the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions today, this is again back from November 2023, announced that the Dubai Financial Services Authority, or the DFSA, has approved the digital asset XRP for use within where? The Dubai International Financial Center, or the DIFC. Licensed virtual asset firms within the DIFC will now be able to incorporate XRP into their virtual asset services. This is now an updated document from 2024 talking about a consortium being built by 14 leading banks. And we know that they are now able to integrate XRP into their virtual asset services. Okay, this is not some overnight thing. This is going to take time. This is going to take developments. This is going to take testing. But when it's all set in stone, the infrastructure and the foundation is laid. I have a firm belief that we are going to see a utility-driven market that is unimaginable in scale. People can't even comprehend how much money is about to come down the pipeline, right? Now let's roll up to the top of this document and read through some of it. Digital transformation has become increasingly important in all spheres of life, including the financial sector of the UAE. The government of the UAE has embraced digital technology as an essential enabler, adopting various strategies to empower both government and business sectors. Now, here were the interviewees of this document. Now, remember, again, the interviewees of this document are part of the what? The DIFC, whom now can utilize XRP in their virtual asset services. And look at these financial institutions: the UAE Bank Federation, the Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, the Chief Operating Officer of Investment Bank, and you can see the list goes on. All right, large financial institutions. It's not just some random Joe Schmoes telling you all this stuff. The UAE announced its plans to become a global innovation center by establishing initiatives related to artificial intelligence, blockchain, and fintech. In this direction, the UAE Central Bank announced in 2023 the launch of a program to hasten digital transformation in the financial sector, encouraging initiatives ranging from open finance to new digital currency.
That way. So it's very progressive. We're very careful on what we need to do. Excuse me. So we're watching what needs to be done. We're actually going to be the capital of cryptocurrency, the capital of the digital world as well. We've already announced the digital economy into 2022. And this is a big part of it. The adopting of the new technologies, cryptocurrencies and blockchain is a big part of it. And this is a big part of it. The adopting of the new technologies, cryptocurrencies and blockchain is a big part of it.
Digital transformation is irreversible. The major transformations brought by the fourth industrial revolution is incomparable in scale, speed, and complexity. The main change drivers are the modernization and advancements in technologies impacting individuals and businesses. The 2019 pandemic has brusquely accelerated this process as the global's pressure to find suitable ways to educate people to become digital consumers. How many times have we mentioned that 2019, 2020, you all know what I'm talking about, accelerated digital transformation? Here it says, digital transformation is irreversible in these circumstances, and lagging businesses may quickly become obsolete.
We had Larry Finks and Jamie Dimon and all these chaps for a long time saying that, sorry for my French, that this was all crap, that everybody was fraudster, that, we were going to scam the world with this new asset class. And just a few months ago, they all jump into it, all right? I knew that this was coming. So what's coming next is really a deepening of this situation where pretty much every single bank, every single financial institution will get into it, and then eventually we'll get mass adoption. Over $1 billion being added every day into this new asset class, the ETF in Bitcoin. So my question to this signature, and we'll start with Maher, is how do you see traditional institutions adapting to Web3 finance? To be honest, they have no choice. I mean, look at the debate was going on between Jamie Dimon and his own company. Jamie Dimon was last year, even before, was coming and speaking against the cryptocurrencies. His company was unloading billions of cryptocurrencies. So we could not really interpret that. So that's a debacle going on. So eventually, even Larry Fink, I don't think he's being honest about it, to be honest with you. So I think they will definitely have to sit and understand this, how it's going to be done.
They're using a program of blockchain themselves because it's benefiting them. They understand it very well. So eventually you'll see a good cooperation happening already, for sure. You already started with the blockchain technology. That's the important piece. So all the banks, some of the banks I know of, they already adopted a private blockchain. But it's a matter of time they'll bring in the other part of it as well. And this is how the collaboration will happen.
How many times have we told you all that in previous video breakdowns, that the individuals that do not adopt, the individuals that don't migrate will fall behind? And this goes for businesses and financial institutions as well. Every single large financial institution, every single large organization will migrate over to blockchain, distributed ledger technologies, and digital assets.
The foundational technology, we believe, is going to completely change worldwide supply chains. Our president, CEO, founder, now executive founder, Fred Smith, was on stage in New York City in early 2018, simply making statements like that. We think it's going to completely change worldwide supply chains. If you're not operating at the edge of innovation or technology, you need to be prepared to be commoditized or potentially to become extinct.
I like this part right here. It talks about digital transformation, and it also mentions how it's going to be an incremental change process. It's not going to be some overnight thing. And it starts with adopting and using digital technologies, then evolves into an implicit holistic conversion of an organization or deliberate in pursuing value creation. So migrating from a speculative phase over to a utility-driven phase. That is all set to come. It's just going to be an incremental process. It's not going to happen, flip of the switch overnight, like all these mainstream influencers led you to believe. As discussed above, advances in technology such as AI, data analytics, blockchain, cloud computing, so on and so forth, have disrupted supply chain and demand for financial services through accelerated innovation processes and the development of digital services and products. In this regard, traditional banks and financial institutions are urged to engage in digital transformation, to position themselves within this new ecosystem, converging a wide range of financial services from wealth management and investments to banking and insurance. Like, do you all see that? They are literally telling them, y'all better pick up the pieces, you better adopt, or you will get left behind. So as a retail investor, as an early adopter in this space, what do you think you should be doing? Research on digital transformation, on these new emerging technologies, on these new digital assets to gain a competitive advantage. Then it goes on to mention that banks and financial institutions should develop a long-term strategy, long-term keyword, to succeed in digital transformation instead of reacting to the market's uncertain conditions. Zoom out, have a long-term perspective. And I'm telling you all, individuals that take advantage and have a long-term perspective will most likely be the ones that survive. Remember, as human beings, we tend to overestimate the short term and underestimate the long term.
I would say, the recognition is no longer niche. The liquidity is still niche. And, there's a couple of outlined reasons for that: regulatory, compatibility, user protection in general, usability. Some of these, like DeFi protocol, they're quite clunky. And some of these blockchain networks are also fragmented, right? Like there's a lot of interoperability being built, and I believe, there will be more interoperability possible through the open sourceness, programmability of these protocols as opposed to TradFi. And so that's definitely, we're at the very early innings, so to speak. So I would say, like, we're seeing growth. If you look at the stablecoin as a financial instrument, for example, 3 years ago, the total market cap was around 5 billion. Now it's like 150 billion. And people tend to overestimate these kind of dynamics, maybe, in the short term, but then underestimate it in the long term, which is...
So I found all this information to be very interesting, capitalizing on some of the things that we've touched home on this YouTube platform. Again, devil's in the details. Make sure that you all are reading through documents. If you don't know where to find these documents, we have created a centralized location for you all to come and find all this information via our CYPRX research channel in our private Discord. If you guys want access to that, visit CYPRXtrading.com. We'd love to have you on the team. We'd love to get you tapped into some of the research that our researchers are finding to keep you all fine-tuned with what's actually happening behind the scenes via this digital transformation. Things that the mainstream media is never going to show you guys. In my personal opinion, Ripple and XRP are set to see massive adoption in the future of this digital asset landscape. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy the digital asset XRP. It is one of the many digital assets that I hold in my long-term portfolio. With that being said, I will see you all in the next video breakdown.